Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today. Today we are back with another Funko Pop unboxing for you. And this time we're going to be taking a look at some of the new Halloween Funko Pops, not for the movie Halloween, but Halloween themed Funko Pops that were announced months ago during Funkoween. And we finally got them just less than a week before Halloween, and these are some really cool figures that I was looking forward to picking up that we're gonna unbox for you guys. And if you guys are new to the channel here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see more from us. You can also hit that notification bell to be notified whenever we have new videos drop. And of course, you can always leave a like on this video. It does make a massive difference. So I believe during Funkoween, there were a bunch of different figures that were announced, including some of the E.T. Pops that we actually just took a look at the other day. I think they announced a bunch of anime ones, including Jujutsu Kaisen, and then they also announced a bunch of other kind of classic horror franchises. And actually one of these I believe is the first time we're ever getting a figure from this franchise. All the other ones I believe all have been done before, but are going to be done in new and really cool ways. And so the first one that we're going to be taking a look at today is Chucky from the Chucky franchise, one of the classic characters. And of course he does have a new show, I believe on Sci-Fi, which I heard is pretty good, and the second season I think just started, so I might actually check that show out. I remember watching the Chucky movies as I was younger. I believe Chucky, the first Chucky, and then the Child's Play 2 was the actually first horror movies I saw back when I was a really small child. And, you know, now years later, it might have had a different effect on me. But definitely a actually cool pop, a little bit of a different sculpt and design compared to some of the other older Chucky figures. I think this is like the 5th or 6th Chucky pop that we have gotten, but like I said, this one is a little bit different, but there is a ton of awesome detail. Chucky actually has a weapon in his left hand. He has like a, looks like a little axe there, but he has a bunch of cuts up all over his body where his overalls are all cut up, and then on his face you see all of those really creepy cuts with the stitches. Ooh, that just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies there. But this is a great pop with, again, tons of detail, especially with like the blood and also maybe like a little bit of the staining on his overalls. And then of course one of the other classic characters from that Chucky franchise came in the Bride of Chucky movie, and that is Tiffany. Tiffany is definitely another character I remember seeing that movie, The Bride of Chucky. That was one of the earlier ones I watched. And yeah, this is definitely a scary movie, a creepy one for some kids. Might not necessarily hold up over time. I think the movies are still pretty good when you look at them as they are. But the Tiffany pop here does look pretty cool. I don't remember if there was a Tiffany pop before. There might have been one other one previously, but she's not really a character you're going to see a ton of in terms of collectibles. So it's cool that Funko decided to turn around and make this Tiffany pop. This pop also does look great. She does have a knife in her hand to go well with Chucky's weapon as they're going to be terrorizing some families. She does have her necklace on that says Tiff, and she has a little tattoo that you can kind of see on her right breast that says Chucky and a heart. That's a cool little detail. She has her white dress and her black jacket on. She really does have a sinister looking face on as well. Now I believe that there is supposed to be a 2-pack of Chucky and Tiffany going to Hot Topic. I'm not sure if it's been if it's hitting stores or if it's been delayed. I know that the blacklight version has been delayed quite a while into next year, but make sure you go on Hot Topic's website if you're interested in the 2-pack, but you can at least get the singles right now. And another lady from a horror classic that everyone knows is Carrie from Carrie, and this figure is definitely a really cool one. This actually might be my favorite out of all the ones that we are looking at today. And it's been a couple years since we got another Carrie pop, but this one looks really cool with all of the blood all over her in her dress. I think coming just out of the prom, and now she has all of the blood all over her. You can see that she is barefoot as well. The way that they make the blood look like it's just dripping down her dress and her face and even into her hair, I think this looks fantastic. Now, one of the most well-known and revered horror movies of all time, and one of the more critically acclaimed ones, was Silence of the Lambs, of course nominated for many different awards, and we do have Hannibal right here from Silence of the Lambs. Now, I think they've already made a couple other Hannibal Pops, including him in the straitjacket and everything. This one is a little bit different. He does have his jumpsuit on, and he actually does have a fork and knife. Of course, if you know Hannibal, he is going to have a special dinner there. But definitely looks a little bit menacing with the fork and knife now knowing the character. He's just kind of standing there, but it's a little bit of an older Hannibal, of course, with the amazing Sir Anthony Hopkins. And a horror character that Funko has really been loving and keeps going back to the well, even though it's not a super well-known horror movie, although I've heard that they are going to be making a sequel / reboot to this pretty soon. This is Sam from Trick or Treat. Now, I've actually not watched Trick or Treat yet, but you can find it on streaming if you wanted to watch it. I actually think it's on like Peacock or something if you wanted to watch it as well. But Sam is a character that has been exploding amongst the Funko community, and I think now he has like 6, 7, or 8 different pops. It's pretty crazy. But this Sam is actually really cool. I love the detail with his mask and the way that the mask feels. You can really tell it's a different material, kind of definitely feels like a bag that he has over his head. That is pretty cool. And with the button eyes, and then he has the bag in his hand full of different candy, and that orange jumpsuit that he has on, the orange pajamas, that is definitely a pretty cool pop. And finally, the last pop we have today is probably from one of the franchises that really ends up being some of the more gruesome horror that you're going to find. This is the Leprechaun from the Leprechaun movies. Now, this is not a franchise I was expecting Funko to make pops from, just because it is really hardcore. I think I watched like the first couple, at least parts of it. I had to turn it off because it really did get pretty dark and pretty gory. And yeah, it's actually very scary. But the Leprechaun, I know that it's a cult classic franchise. I think they have like 4 or 5 different Leprechaun movies, and I'm sure more will be made in the future. But this one is definitely a cool looking figure. And there were a few different versions of this pop. There was a regular one, and then here is the bloody one, which is exclusive to Amazon. And there's also a glow-in-the-dark one over at FYE. But this one has some great detail. I love how the blood is done all over his face. He really does look like a creepy looking leprechaun with the way that his teeth are. He has that leprechaun hat, and he has like those longer nails. His left hand looks like it's all bloody, maybe after just killing someone, and he's holding a coin in his right hand. His outfit actually does look pretty nice. Definitely a creepy looking figure. So there's our look at a lot of the new Funkoween Funko Pops that are finally starting to hit stores just in time for Halloween. I was afraid that a lot of these would not come in on time because I wanted to do this video for a while getting a lot of these pops, but they finally hit just before Halloween. So now I do want to hear from you guys. What do you think about these figures, and which one is your favorite? Out of all of these, I definitely have to say Carrie is my favorite just because of the detail on it, but I really do love that Chucky pop as well. I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts are on these figures in the comments down below. And of course, if you guys have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, leave a like in this video as well. And of course, you guys can always hit that bell to be notified whenever we have new videos drop. But thank you guys so much for watching today. And as always, we'll see you again real soon.